Welcome to Black Flag Sim Racing. Tonight we're going to be a three-parter here tonight. We're going to be doing a 30 lap here at Talladega. Then we're going to Daytona for 30 laps. And then we're coming back to Talladega for a 60 lap shootout in the A main. So joining me in the booth here tonight, I got Steve Hurst. Welcome, Steve, and glad to have you with me, buddy.
Hey, Rudy, glad to be here. Forward to some serious racing.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of technical difficulties here, and hopefully we can get over this. I would certainly hope so. But definitely going to be interesting format, the way they've got this set up. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's going to be kind of like a tournament style, more or less. And it's going to be pretty interesting. So as these guys are probably starting to get around ready to qualify, and what I'm gonna do here real quick, get my stuff set up, Steve, and we're gonna get down there and we'll talk with them on the track and tell them that anytime they are ready, we're ready to rock and roll here.
That's right, Rudy. We are ready to rock and roll.
Let's see if I can get down here and get a word in with somebody. Guys, anytime you're ready, I'm ready. I'm sorry about the wait. I apologize. I don't know if anybody heard me. Did you hear me on the track?
Well, I hear you in my ears.
Yeah. Well, you should have heard a double echo then.
No, I haven't heard a double echo from you yet.
Is my stuff not working now, or what? Mark Maffitt, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure I did have sound down there with all the other issues I've been having. I just wanted to make sure everything was working. Tell those guys anytime they're ready, if they want to advance it, I'm ready.
10-4, Rudy, you sound loud and clear, and I will let the boys know that we're ready. You're ready on your side.
I posted my Twitch on your chat window there for the five guys, so if they want to watch the best I can do, they can at least watch some of the live eyes.
There you go. That's a good idea.
So I posted that up there and I apologized to him for you and said you were having trouble. So,
all right, let's pop up the qualifying grid here and see where everybody is going to qualify. And this is a open qualifying, Steve, which means they can qualify all together. And it'll be a 10-minute open qualifying session for these guys. So this is kind of different, a different format, different for the guys to go out here. And we'll see what they can turn. Matter of fact, I think what we're going to do is we're not going to pop that up right now. We'll just throw up the big ticker up here. That ain't going to be correct either.
So they'll line up according to their teams in group fashion, huh?
Well, no, it'll be fastest time, just like they qualify. Only they're going to be qualifying out here all together.
Wow.
All the cars on the track at the same time.
Gotcha.
So this is going to be kind of interesting here it's something different, and I think it's kind of cool to do, to kind of, throw a little clinker in the works there. It's like, it all depends on how fast you're going to be up there with a partner. And it's who gets that fastest lap with a partner.
This will be interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do this before.
Well, Steve, let's talk about this combination that we're going to be running here. 30 laps at Talladega. This, I believe, is going to be pretty decent here to get this qualify session order underway. We're already seeing somebody hit the wall or something there. The format that they're going to be running here with 30 laps at Talladega, 30 laps at Daytona, and then 60 back here at Talladega for the cash. So, and we are going to be running points in between this too. So we will have to be doing the points in between. So once he gets the points figured up and I get those up here, we will post them right in between the races. So yeah, this I think, you know, I think this might be kind of cool just actually to do it this way, Steve. It's actually running really good. I'm not dropping any frames. Great broadcast, looks good. Everything's working great. Actually a little bit smoother.
Great.
But I know, you know, a huge race like this is going to take up a lot of space, but these aren't that huge. So,
right.
You know, the normal race usually is about like a 2-hour race is a little more than a half, about 3/4 of a gig.
Okay.
So normally about 800 megabytes. About like a normal.
So you'll be able
movie.
to store that.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
like a normal movie. And then what I'm thinking, what I might be able to do is I may be able to just go back and broadcast it to Twitch whenever they get that thing figured out.
Right.
Might not be a bad
Technical
idea.
difficulties.
Yeah.
They always come at the wrong time.
Absolutely. And, you know, and all day, you know, I could have been testing this and it probably would have been fine, but coming down to the time when you need it, that's when everything fails on you.
I heard that.
So, all right, well, looking back here, let's take a wander back through Cody Seaver in second here. And looks like him and Gary Konzelman right there hooked up together. Those two got the fastest time right now with a 48.5. Now, I will say this. If these guys would get in a pack, in which we may see before it's over, if they could get in a pack, we could probably break into the 47s, the high 47s. So, but we haven't seen anybody out here pack racing, you know, if they could get in a pack, but they're just going 2 by 2. You could get 4 or 5 or even 6 guys hooked up together here. They could really lay down some fast times. Because there you see Kevin Utley coming with a 48.005. So he's right on the edge of that 47-second lap. And that's because these 4 are running together.
Yep. Well, it looks like now they can pit and everything here, right? And do little adjustments.
I believe so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They can add some or take some tape off and maybe do a little lowering of the back end or something with some spring adjustments and try to free it up a little more. They just want to just fly around the track as fast as they can.
Absolutely. I'm looking at Ed Hewitt now. Ed's one heck of a pusher. Him and Philip Carsley are going to work together tonight. And that's going to be a deadly combination out here for the rest of these guys because both of them guys are awesome drivers, and Ed just pushed his till he blew it.
I turned it on just in time to see the flash.
Yeah, boom, and it was done. So, well, that's unfortunate for him, but you know, all you got to do is go back in pit, get another truck, get back out there. Which I'm
cool.
sure that's what he's going to do. But a lot of good guys out here tonight. I've been watching. Most of these guys have been broadcasting for these guys all over the place. They just bounce around track to track, league to league. This being a cash payout here tonight, I'm not exactly sure what all the cash payout is. We're getting quite a an influx of different drivers in here. There's a few guys that I have never seen. Lewis Sparks. A few guys I've never seen. But,
yeah, I don't think I've been in the booth with you a couple times. I don't remember hearing that name.
Yeah, Gary Konzelman, we know him. Cody Sievert, I know him. Let's see here. Dominic Dieball, which he joined our league over there. John Danny, Jonathan Taylor, I know them. Kevin Savory, Kevin Utley. Mark Maffett, of course. Philip Carsley. Ronald Finley, well, the name sounds familiar, rings a bell, but I can't place him. Just can't place him. All right, I'm going to reset this one more time here to make sure that I do have everything. We may have a few guys out here tonight that might not turn a time. They might just want to start in the back.
Yeah, I'm clicking on Mark Mappet because I'd like to see him make a lap, and he's not showing on the board, and he's not coming up when I click on his name.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Well, he may be adminning. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how they're doing this. I think, just in my opinion, I think I'm not exactly sure how they're running this. I should have probably found out beforehand. I think I would have probably run these two 30-lap segments with no cautions. And it's going to be the survival of the fittest,
Well, there you go.
And then the 60-lapper back here at Talladega have cautions on. But I'm not sure how they're doing it. With it just being a 30-lapper, I don't know if I'd want cautions on. That's kind of a short race, but I'm not sure.
So there is everybody from this race is going to be, they're not, the race doesn't say whether they go to the next one or not. Just everybody that races in this will be in the next race. Is that correct?
Yeah, and this is for points.
Okay.
They'll get points, and then the next race they'll get points again, and then the final race will be the determinant of the payout. I'm assuming that's how it works.
Okay.
So, but Dave Miranda now is on pit road. I think I've got probably we're getting ready to go grid here pretty quick. Coming down to the last 30 seconds here. I might try it.
Might be enough for.
I might try it in between this segment and the next segment. I might just try to see if it'll go up the Twitch. But I don't know.
Sure.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, we're back to this again.
Right.
All right, coming down to the closing seconds. Looks like Kevin Utley on the pole with a 48.005. Man, I am telling you, that is one heck of a lap.
Wow.
All right, so coming down to the close, should be finishing up.
Ed just blew up another motor trying to get a better time. But no, didn't look like it helped him.
And there he is, just sitting there, smoke coming out.
I blew one up going around the track. You get a nice little pop in the car or in the truck when they pop.
All right, here we go to the grid. All right, so let's get here. Kevin Utley gonna be on the pole with a 48.004. It probably was a high 4, so that's why mine read out as a 5. But that's still one heck of a lap. And right behind him, Ronald Finley with a 48.006. So very good. All right, Kevin Utley on the pole in the number 9. In second place, the 75 of Ronald Finley. In third, the 08 of Cody Sievert. I wanted to do something real quick here. Just hold on a minute. Let me get a side shot of these cars. Heck with that front shot. All right. Gary Konzelman in the 13, starting fourth. In fifth place, the number 15 of Dominique Dyball. In sixth place, the 07 of David Adamson. In seventh, Ed Hewitt, not on the grid right now. In eighth, Philip Carsley, not on the grid. What's up with that? Those two are teammates, had identical times too. In ninth place, the 19 of Jonathan Taylor. In 10th, the number 1 of Everett D. Lane. In 11th, the 89 of Kevin Savory. In 12th, the 17 of Michael Whitlock. In 13th, Mark Maffett starting in the number 10. In 14th, the 31 of John Denny. In 15th, Dave Miranda back here in the 01. And it looks like taking up the rear of the field here, Lewis Sparks in the number 68. I don't see Mikey Earnhardt on the track either. So, all right, well, these guys getting ready here to roll off of the grid.
Here we go.
Should be a pretty good race here tonight. I'm kind of really looking for a good clean race. Not a whole lot of trucks out on the track right now, and you know as well as I do, Steve. The fewer trucks you have out here, the less chance you got of a big accident. You know, so I'm kind of thinking this probably is going to be a really good clean race. Sure, we may see a wreck or two. May see somebody bobble, we may see somebody get into the wall. That kind of stuff happens. But
we have a pretty good field of drivers there, Rudy. So I'm going to think positive. I'm going to think, these guys are going to run. They're going to try their best to not be giving us any caution entertainment.
Yeah, we don't want that. We want to see this thing go green the whole way, and hopefully it does. I hope it does on their part.
The guys in the back of the field are kind of hanging back.
That's not a good sign. I see Ed Hewitt there kind of laying back a little bit. They need to tighten up the field a little bit and get these guys up, caught up. Because if they hang back there too far, they are going to lose the draft of these fast guys up front, and that's not good.
Definitely, I've experienced that. It only takes about, a little bit more than a truck and a half, and you're not sucking up to the guy in front of you anymore.
All right, pace car's off. We're getting ready to go green flag here. Kevin Utley bringing them to the line. And the green flag flies. I'll get it out. Green flag flies. So I try to say that fast 3 times.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Kevin Utley dives right up to the top there to pick up his teammate. And that would be the number 75 there of Ronald Finley. Get it? Oh, I'm all tongue-tied. I guess I'm just frustrated with what was going on with all this stuff.
I'm sure you are, and with those 4 trucks at the back of the field, they lost big time. Are way out of the. Oh man, them guys are way back.
Yeah,
then they'll never catch that front pack.
This is what we didn't want to see. John Denny and looks like Dave Miranda. These guys way back. I mean, I don't know, man. They must have been sleeping on that start or something. Now John Denny just backs up a little bit to pick up Miranda. Don't count them 2 out just yet. Don't count them out just yet. Kevin Utley looks like did lead our first lap. Yes, he did. All right, getting back up here front. Those guys are already starting to pull away from the rest of this field. And no big surprise there because nobody's partnering up with their partners. Everybody's kind of like running separate from each other. And the ones I see, maybe there is Philip Carsley and Ed Hewitt working together, and they've got a pretty good run coming up on the high side. But they need a little help up there. They can't do it by themselves.
No, sure can't. At least one more pop up behind him would sure help him pick up.
We've got one coming up behind him there. Is that Jonathan Taylor?
Yep, that's the number 19 of Jonathan Taylor.
Now he dives
but
back
he's
down
dropping down.
So those two up there by themselves are just they're not gonna do well up there. Now they've kind of picked up the draft of somebody up here. Now they might be able to get somewhere. Philip Carsley picks up the draft there of the 13, Gary Konzelman. Now we've got a 4-car pack on the high side. So they may be able to get something working now. All these guys side by side. Nobody trying to get any side draft off those leaders. Everybody just holding their line, and that's what it's going to take here to be safe tonight. Just hold your line. Oh, you got a couple switching up. No 8 and a 13. That 13's going to have to come back up the hill. Yes, he does. Goes up and picks up his partner. Boy, they lost a little bit of time on that switch. That wasn't a very good switch by them two. And now they're going to come back down in. All right, but Kevin Utley or Ronald Finley now out front. Ronald Finley. Cody Sievert going all the way back to 14th. I don't know what happened to Cody, but holy smoke. Dave Miranda and John Denny way back here. 5.2 seconds behind the leader. And I don't know if they're going to make that up or not. I don't know what the fuel strategy here was, whether they gave them a full load of fuel or a partial load of fuel, don't know. Whether we're going to see pit stops, we may see it just go green the whole way, because they can make it 30 laps on a tank of fuel if they have a full tank.
It looks like Cody Sievert and his partner kind of got a little separated and ended up on way outside by the wall there, Rudy. And that kind of, boy, they really got a big old gap in their net. That just blew them right to the back of the field.
Sure did.
I backed her up and checked it out.
Sure did.
They got themselves back together though, Rudy, and they're already moved up in front of the person they were behind there once they got team back up. They'll get back up.
Looks like David Adamson led that lap, but he stayed way up on the outside. Not a good place to be up there. Looked like he got separated from his partner. He's going to be looking for another partner, I think, here before long, because he's got the one right ahead of, who is that right ahead? Oh, Phil and Ed go way up high.
Guys are doing a whole...
Is that Matthew Whitlock there in the 17? That was his. That was the 07's partner there, David Adamson, and them two got split up. I'm not sure Michael Whitlock just kind of like dumped them off. But we got a little bit of a 2-car breakaway here. Ronald Finley back out front. Him and Kevin Utley, but boy, the backpack's starting to reel them in again. Ed Hewitt, Philip Carsley working together on that high side and trying to get something working up there, but boy, I don't know. They can't seem to stay on each other's bumper very good. And that's
they were doing a really good job in practice.
Yeah. If that's what it's going to take, you've got to be smooth, you got to be careful, you got to be, just make sure that everything is exactly the way, it's got to be smooth. That's the way it is. It's got to be smooth. Kevin Savory ducks up underneath Michael Whitlock there in the 4th place. Those two may start working together now as Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley get down to the low line. And that's probably where they're going to want to stay. Already coming to lap 9 next time by. And Ed ducks back out again. And I don't know. I think he needs to quit doing that until he gets somebody up there to help him. Because they're not going to go anywhere.
Hey, Rudy, I just took a quick look here at Dave Miranda, and he's sitting in the pits.
We got cars peeling off, so we are going to see pit stops. like Kevin Utley and Ronald Finley and all these guys coming down pit road here. So let's check in and see what's going on. They are going to have a pit stop then. They must have really shortened fuel loads, and they're short pitting.
Yeah. Well, Dave Miranda just sat there for way longer than it would have taken to get fuel. I wonder what's going on with him.
I don't know.
I didn't see any damage on his truck. Oh, yeah, yep.
All right, them guys off of pit road now and getting back up to speed. But I'll tell you what, they're probably going to go a lap down. It's going to be really close because I'm going to look here. Michael Whitlock coming around. These guys have not pitted yet. They're going to probably do the long pit. They're going to run it till they can't run no more and then make their pit stop. So this is going to afford them to get out there with quite a huge lead if they can stay tucked up under each other's bumpers. But you know, when they come unhooked and they're not drafting, they're not gaining any time.
That's no doubt. If you don't have at least one person behind you, you are definitely not on the fast track.
All right, looks like Everett Lane on pit road and Dominique Dieball, both of them on pit road. Doing their fuel stops or whatever. It looks like they've got their fuel and they're away. Those two being teammates. Get back up. They are going to go a lap down, it looks like, because the leader just went by pit road.
We got 3 trucks right now that are a lap down.
Yeah. Dave Miranda, Everett Lane, and Dominique Dieball all 1 lap down. Oh, John Denny a lap down too.
And if I'm not mistaken, Dave Miranda and maybe I don't know who the other one is. They're going to be 2 laps down here because they just got passed by the leaders.
Yep. Yeah, they did.
We got a couple look like they're going to tip off and hit the tier.
Yeah,
not quick enough to...
Leaders still have not come down pit road, so I think they're on the long haul here. But we're going to see them probably be coming down pit road here, probably in the next couple laps. Wow, that was close. Ed slammed it down there right in front of Michael Whitlock. The new leader out front, Philip Carsley.
David Adamson and Jonathan Taylor are in the pits getting their fuel. They're both off together. Good stop by those 2.
All right, so these leaders out here, they're going to have to be thinking about coming down pit road. They're peeling off now. They're coming down pit road. Philip Carsley, all of these guys. Whoa, they got to get them woed down. Oh, man. I don't know if Michael Whitlock got a speeding penalty there or not, but he was still going pretty hot when he hit the line. All right, let's watch these guys and see how their pit stops go. Probably a splash and go. Oh, Ed's changing right side tires. Oh, no. He forgot to uncheck his tires. Oh, Ed. No. Oh, that was way too costly right there. That cost him the race.
Yep. They're going to have they aren't going to be able to make that back up.
No. And David Adamson is our new leader here. And they just went by them. And I believe, let's see, that's going to put Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley way back in 10th and 11th. Oh, man. All right, so David Adamson, our new leader. Jonathan Taylor right behind him now. Those guys have already pitted. Remember, they short pitted. And that was probably the key to this race, short pitting. Just run about 10 laps, pit, get your fuel, get out there, and now just run the wheels off of it. Because they've got quite a bit of a lead. We're going to go back here and check on these guys. We'll go back through the field here. Kevin Utley. Oh, I hit the wrong key. Doggone it. I do that from time to time. Kevin Utley back here in second. In third, Jonathan Taylor. Ronald Finley fourth. Mark Maffett fifth. Them guys all working right tight together there, these front six. Lewis Sparks. But Gary Konzelman back here in seventh. They're 9.2 seconds behind that lead pack. Him and Cody Seaver. So quite a ways back behind the leaders. Not going to be able to get up there and challenge for this lead. We got 17 laps to go. I know a lot could happen in that 17 lap, but it's too bad.
With the spread of cars, the chance of cautions kind of goes down.
Yeah. John Denny back here in ninth. Oh, Kevin Savory, okay, he just come out. Michael Whitlock now way back in 13th. Oh, man. Dominic Dieball 14th. Everett Lane 15th. These guys 32 seconds behind the leaders. Don't think they're going to make that up. All right, let's get back up front. Ronald Finley. Why do I keep wanting to say Finney? Ronald
I don't know.
Finley. There's an L in there. Ronald Finley up in the top spot here. They come across the line.
They aren't really sucked up to each other very good. They're just kind of just moseying along almost individually.
Yeah. Kevin Utley right behind him in second. Back in third, Mark Maffett here in third. Mark's definitely one here to kind of keep an eye on, Steve. He's been on a roll this last couple of weeks with these super speedways. And, man, I definitely keep an eyeball on that guy. He's good.
You know what, Rudy? I root for that guy. I've root for him before. He's a good driver.
He sure is. He sure is. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm actually really glad to be friends with him because he's good to watch. Oh, and he's challenging here, and it looks like they got a pretty good run. Him and Lewis Sparks up on that high side, and that is for the lead if they can clear them. But these six here
Probably as soon as
a great battle. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. As soon as they got off the curb there, that's exactly what I thought would happen. Those two are faster than the rest of the guys when they're together. Now they got clean air.
Yeah, now they're going to have to watch because overheating these trucks, as we well know, Steve, that it's you don't want to overheat these trucks. If you start getting them too hot and you do damage to that motor, it drops horsepower like crazy. And we don't want to see that happen to these guys, you know. I mean, these guys have been working so hard to get out here and run like this, been practicing for a couple of hours now, and I'm sure probably several times this week. And we don't want to see that happen to them. You know, they put their heart and soul into running a good race, and you know, here they are running up in the top spot, and to overheat your engine like that, as we see a couple of them ducking out there, trying to get a little air into that engine. It looks like the 75 right there, Ronald Finney trying to get Finley. I guess I'll just start calling him Ronald Finney. I ain't
just call him Ron.
I'm not going to get away from it. And those two coming down pit road again, they got to make it.
Yeah, it looks like
stop. Mark Maffett and Lewis Sparks coming down pit road. Okay, they must have had really low. Wow, they must have had really low fuel.
Yeah, it must be about 10 laps worth of fuel or something in there.
Oh, they're going to make a couple of pit stops. Well, this is kind of interesting now.
Yeah, it sure is. That's kind of moving the people that were out of sync. They're up. Ed and John Denny there, and that group there, they're moving up.
But they're going to have to stop again too.
Yep, they sure are.
Mark Maffett away. Lewis Sparks still there. He's finally away. Okay, so get back up here to our leader, Kevin Utley. Now him and his partner coming down pit road, Ronald Finley.
Very good, Rudy. You got it.
I got it that time.
You got it.
Dang. All right, those two coming down pit road together now. And, you know, this is what we talk about a lot of these super speedway races here. You know, races can be won and lost on pit road and making mistakes, overshooting your pits, having to back up.
John Denny did make a mistake. He was heading for lane, missed it, went through the grass, and now he's back up on the track, going to have to make another lap, get back.
Oh, brother.
Still on the apron trying to get the speed up, and that's really a great loss there, trying to all by yourself get back around.
Yep, that's the kind of mistakes that can be made that can cost you the race. So it's very unfortunate for John today, man. I was really rooting for him to try to get this thing up here, maybe see him in victory lane today, but I just don't see that happening right now. Ed Hewitt, looks like Ed Hewitt's in the lead. Him and Philip Carsley running real well, but I believe they're going to have to stop one more time.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that he should be able to go maybe one or two more than the people that just pitted due to their unfortunate circumstance that got them behind. So,
well, the top 6 have not pitted yet. So, no, I'm sorry, top 4. The top 4 have not pitted. We've got a couple on pit road now. Kevin Savory and John Denny. John Denny finally making it to pit road.
Wow, that took a long time.
That really hurt John today. That was a major mistake. That put him clear back in 15th place now.
Wow.
He's going to be a lap down as the leaders go by him, so that's too bad. That's the kind of mistakes, though, that can cost you the race out here. And, you know, I hate to say it. I hate to see them kind of mistakes, but it's when, you know, when you're trying to hit your marks, you're trying to make sure you don't make that mistake coming down pit road, and it seems like that's when it happens.
Sure thing. I'm just kind of keeping my eye on Ed and Philip here. I'll let you know when they break down to the apron to take their pit.
Okay.
They certainly can't go much more.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that they could get more than maybe another lap or two, and they're going to have to come down pit road. But, you know, it's going to be kind of unfortunate for them because, you know, we've got guys creeping up on behind them here. Ronald Finney running about 24 seconds back in third behind these guys. And they're going to have to, Ed and Philip are going to have to really be hard on the brakes. And here, oh, I thought they were going to take that dive down pit road. But, they're going to have to really be hard on the brakes and to get that thing woed, get down pit road, take a splash of gas and get out of there and try to get out ahead of the leaders. That I don't think that's going to happen in 24 seconds.
No.
So
I hope Ed's got the checks out of his tires.
I hope so too. He better have. I'll bet you he got his butt chewed by Philip Carsley on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Michael Whitlock still has not made his second pit stop. So you don't think these guys are going to try to make it on this last one, do you? Could they have made it on one pit stop? Oh, no.
I wish I knew how much. Here they come. They're dropping off there, Rudy.
Yep.
I wish we knew how much fuel they had, Rudy. It'd be real easy for us to say.
Yeah. All right, these two coming down pit road, relinquishing that lead over because Kevin Utley and Ronald Finley coming up on them really fast. And they got more guys. Jonathan Taylor, David Adamson not far behind them. Michael Whitlock, he is still going to have to make one more pit stop. These guys coming in nice and easy in their pit stops. And I believe we're going to see a splash of gas. Ed changing tires again. Are you kidding me, Ed? Oh, Ed.
Wow.
Oh, Ed.
Go, Ed.
Oh, Ed.
That kind of ends it for them.
Yep,
I just can't.
they're
You
done.
can't make up that deficit.
No, they're done.
Somebody's skidding into the infield there.
Jeez, oh man, Ed. Looks like Michael Whitlock taking it. Yeah, he's off the track. But let's get back up. Yeah, he was in the lead, so that's going to relinquish the lead back over to Ronald Finley. And Kevin Utley here in the top spot. Once they come around, this thing still has not updated. There we go. Yeah, that's going to put Ed and Phillip way back in the field. They're going to be back 10th and 11th. They're going to be 24 seconds behind the leader now. And I don't think anybody's got anything here for Ronald and Kevin.
Nope. Nope, they got a great big gap between them and next closest people.
They can just kind of cruise around here. Yeah, they're about 7.5 seconds ahead of David Adamson. Let's go back here and take a look. They're running about 8 seconds behind them leaders, him and Jonathan Taylor.
Yep, they could almost run out of gas coming out of turn 4 and almost goes to the finish.
Yeah, 4 laps to go, but we're going to get up here and we're going to watch them here in just a minute. I want to kind of scroll back through the field. Let's go back here. 5th place, Mark Maffett. 6th place, Lewis Sparks. Them two been working together since the start of the race. Cody Sievert in 7th. Gary Konzelman 8th. Philip Carsley and Ed Hewitt back here 9th and 10th working together, but 25 seconds behind the leaders. Not going to be able to make that up.
Nope, not at all.
Unless the leaders wreck out and wreck the whole front part of the field.
Yeah, and I would make bets on that won't be happening.
No, probably not. Probably not. Okay, their leaders swap up one more time here, and looks like Ronald Finley going to take the lead. They've come into 2 to go this time by. And they're coming upon some lap traffic, but all the lap traffic is going to do is make them faster as they start getting into their draft. They're going to start picking up their draft, and it's just going to make them faster. They're already up to 198 mile an hour, and as they get closer, they'll be even more. There's 200 mile an hour in their draft right now. So
yeah, it's amazing when you're doing that, when you're coming into someone's draft, how you can feel that pickup in the truck. You just don't get when they're not that person in front of you.
Right, yeah, because they were hitting 201 there once right at the end of the straightaway, and if they can catch that draft and stay right in it, they can really book here. They're just kind of riding right now, airing them things out. Because coming to the line is going to be white flag this time by.
Lap traffic trying to make up their mind where they're going to go, kind of hold them up a little.
We're going to stay right on the leaders as they take a white flag now. And looks like Ronald Finley out front right now. And this is going to be a race to the end here because Utley could come off of turn 4 and pass him and take this win. Well, it won't be off of turn 4, but it'll probably be on the tri-oval. He'll probably come right off that tri-oval and try to get a run on Ronald. Ronald's going to probably want to do everything he can to don't open up that bottom lane. But Kevin's going to go right around him on the outside probably because he's going to get that slingshot. Here they come to the line. Oh, and Ronald went high and let Kevin go low. Coming to the line, and it's going to be Ronald Finley.
Yep.
Kevin Utley finishing second, so great job by them guys. Wow, that was pretty good. Pretty good race. Ronald Finley taking the win here today. Really quick here, we're going to try to get down to get a word in with him to let him know. Great job done. Let me know when it is clear so I can get a word in.
Yep, hang on. Oh, darn, I can see people talking here. Come on, mute. There we go. Okay, well, they're still talking.
Yeah.
There you go,
Yep.
Rudy.
Ronald Finley, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Pretty good. Great job out there today winning the first segment here, Ronald. Congratulations on your win. Tell us quickly about your race today.
Lots of preparation and a good old teammate I've run with for some time. Kevin's awesome. You can't have enough communication when with working with someone.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. Well, you ready for the second segment at Daytona?
Oh, yeah. Ready as can be.
All right, well, again, kind of quickly here, Ronald, you got anybody else you'd want to thank or give a shout out to?
Baby Jesus.
All right, Ronald, thanks, and congratulations again, buddy. We'll see you at the next segment.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, real quick, we'll just run over the results here as quickly as we can. Ronald Finley coming home the winner. Kevin Utley second. Jonathan Taylor third. David Adamson fourth. Lewis Sparks fifth. Mark Maffett sixth. Gary Conselman seventh. Cody Sievert eighth. Philip Carsley ninth. Ed Hewitt 10th. John Denny 11th. Kevin Savory 12th. Dominic Dyball 13th. Everett Lane 14th. Michael Whitlock 15th, and Dave Miranda rounding out the field in 16th. And we're going to just kind of pause here briefly, and we're going to head over to the next segment. So see you in a few minutes. All right, welcome back here for segment number 2. These guys already taken to the track here. It is open qualifying, and we've got guys out here already wanting to turn some laps. So good job by these guys being right on top of the stick. They had no practice, about 5 minutes, maybe just to kind of actually make about a lap or two. Getting back out here and running. They're running at Daytona this time, so a little bit different than the last one. 30 laps also here tonight, and like I said, open qualifying. Hopefully we don't see any cautions in this one here, and hopefully this is as good a race as that last one was. The last one was very, very awesome. They're running 35% fuel, I found out. That's why they've got to stop twice.
Good, 35% fuel. That's nice to know.
Now, I'm wondering, Steve, this is a little bit, just a tick smaller of a track. Do you think these guys might try to stretch it and make it a one pit stop?
You just might. Like, if this is just a tick smaller, and it seemed like they were falling about 2 laps short of completing 10 laps, if I've got that right. So, yeah, boy, we might see some people run out of gas here, maybe.
Well,
it wouldn't be the first time.
No, Daytona's always been kind of a fuel mileage track, so yeah, you're very right. It's highly possible.
I think we watched 4 or 5 trucks the other night run out of fuel trying to get her to the end.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's when you wish you had the. That's when you wish you had the in the truck audio.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they're the last race they're running. I think he said 39% fuel. So, gonna be a little different.
Got some qualifying times coming in right now. The number 1 position at this time is Jonathan Taylor. Nope, it's changing just as fast as they're going around. It looks like a 45.531's got the top of the board right now. Dominique Dyball.
Yeah, we'll get that popped up here in just a minute. I'm trying to make sure I've got a few of these camera sounds set because they're really, really loud and they will be overbearing. So I apologize for this right now. This is kind of like it kind of puts me in the hot seat here trying to get everything done at the last second, but
you can handle it.
But I'm kind of looking for about the same kind of race here, Steve, as we've seen in the last one, because of Daytona's just as good to run at for super speedway as Talladega is, and I think we're going to be looking at probably about the same type of setup or same type of race is what I want to say. I'm trying to do walk and talk at the same time. But,
just a minute, Rudy. Let me give you a piece of gum too.
Oh boy, that would really throw a clinker in the works. I don't think I can handle all that now.
It's like Ronald Finley just took over the tops for the 45.067.
We're gonna get some extra camera angles here, and so we've got everything dialed in correctly. Make sure I do have everything correct. Before I start throwing up these times.
Kind of sitting here, kind of watching Ed Hewitt take his time run here.
what they've got. Yeah, Ronald Finley coming in with 45,069.8, and Utley with a 69. Holy smokes! Are you trying that IRTVO out? No, it didn't work for you.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's cool.
You should be getting a time here from Ed. There we go, Ed and his partner there.
Yeah, coming in about 10th. They need to get hooked up with another duo, and I believe they could get some way better times than that if they could get hooked up with another duo.
Sure thing, Rudy. 4 travel better than 2.
Yeah, you know, and I don't recall, was this a fixed setup in this?
You know, I do not know.
Well, you know what? We're going to check this out real quick because I want to know if this is a fixed setup. No, it is an open setup. And
can see that on your IRTBO?
No, I had to actually go into iRacing and look.
Oh, okay.
Into your options or into the garage, but it is an open setup. Ed has a good setup.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows what to do to get a good time. Him and I have done it 100 times. And apparently he's not doing that. So, all right, well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right?
That's a fact. Yeah, he's only turning about 195 in the corner and about 198 down the straightaway there. Isn't this like a 202 mile an hour track?
No.
Somewhere in there?
197,
no?
198.
Okay, so he's right in the ballpark.
Yeah, unless you're in a pack of cars, then yeah, you'll get up around 200 or 201. I mean, if you look at some of these guys here now, these guys turning 197, 196, they're there in that draft. They're there, but they're just not, you know, they're not hitting that 200 mark. But Ed knows what to do. He's just not doing it. And I think he's having some issues right now with his computer and stuff, and he'll get that worked out.
Gary Conzelman and Cody Siebert just shaved a little bit off their time, but not enough to get Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley up the number 1 and 2 spot.
Yeah, that's gonna be a job doing that. Whoops, what happened to him?
I think they had a little hook there. I saw a little stop when they were sliding, so he must have hooked that back bumper and set him sideways there.
Ooh, we got a couple here tangled up. Oh, Everett Lane. Wow, them guys got tangled up together.
Oh yeah, he's got a smash truck. Wow.
All right, well, coming down to the closing seconds here. Getting ready for segment 2. Well, looks like Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley going to be on the front row. You know, and again, you know, not to keep repeating this, but again, you know, these smaller fields, I believe, are making better races, and I think that's what it's, you know, why they're having such a great. You know, race out here with no cautions. You know, I think that's really what it's going to take. All right, as they get ready here to take the grid, let's make sure we are live, and they get ready to take the grid. As soon as they do, we'll give you a rundown here of where everybody is starting. All right, everybody making their last-minute changes here, getting everything the way they want them. Get the race tape put on. You do not want to have qualifying tape on and try to run this because you're not going to be able to do very well. But Ronald Finley on the pole in the number 75, again with a 45.067. Starting right outside of him, his teammate, Kevin Utley, in the number 9. Gary Konzelman going to be starting third in the number 13. In fourth, the 08 of Cody Sievert. In fifth, the number 1 of Everett Lane. In sixth, the 15 of Dominique Dyball. In seventh, the 42 of Philip Carsley. In eighth, Ed Hewitt, not on the grid yet, starting in the number 30. In ninth, the number 6 of Jonathan Taylor. In 10th, the 07 of David Adamson. In 11th, the 28 of Michael Whitlock. In 12th, the number 10 of Mark Maffett. Lewis Sparks taking up the rear of the field back here in the number 68, and it looks like that's all that's on the track. So we're going to be about 13 cars on the track. Trucks. Trucks. Say trucks.
Trucks.
All right, so they should be rolling off the grid here. And Steve, what are you expecting here tonight out of these guys on this short 30 lapper?
I think we're going to see pretty much the same thing, and probably with the experience from the last race, that we'll probably got a little better idea what's going to happen here, even though the track sizes aren't exactly the same, and the fuel might be a little different, but they're going to have a better grip on it. So I think it's going to be about the same race.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just remember, though, this track is not as three-wide friendly as Talladega, okay? That being said, the partnership here is a little rougher, even too wide. Up on that high side, just not a whole lot of grip up on that high side like there is at Talladega. So these are things these guys are going to have to take into consideration. And I'm kind of anxious to sit here and watch and see what these guys are going to do coming to the line. Ronald Finley leading them around. And why don't you go ahead and get them started this time by?
All right, we'll do that, Rudy. Wonder if we're gonna have, man, we got the people hanging back again. There they go, they're getting a little closer. Ed's kind of leaving a little gap in front of him. Guys are prepping for a little full. Nope, here we go. They're tightening up. That's what we want to see. Even the guys in the back. Oh, we're going to have a nice tight group here. Oh, this is going to be good. Pace cars in. Green flag waves. Nope, checkups. Looks like a pretty good roll so far.
All right, so we
got a couple dropping down to the inside.
That's what I figured would happen on this restart. But the number 9 jumping right out here, partners, Kevin Utley jumping right out in front of Ronald Finley. Those two going to start pulling away from the field, I believe.
Let me ask you, Rudy, you got a favorite here? You got one you're going to cheer for?
Well, of course I got to cheer for my buddy Ed Hewitt. That's a given there.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that.
Well, then why did you ask?
Just tested you.
All right, I'll give you that one. Okay,
I myself, if you're going to cheer for Rudy, I'm going to cheer for Mark Maffett.
All right, that sounds good. Ed Hewitt ducking down to the inside. Now his partner and him, Philip Carsley, trying to get a run on this inside, and that's what it's going to take to stay on this inside. Up on the high side, Everett Lane and his partner there, Dominic Dieball. Trying to get a run, but boy, I'm going to tell you what, Ed and Philip are losing this draft already. They're going to have to work hard to get back up here. Philip's going to have to get right on the back bumper of Ed Hewitt, and they're going to have to go here before too long. If they don't, they're not going to be able to catch up to this field. The longer they wait, the further that front part is pulling away. Let's go back in the field a little bit further. Michael Whitlock clear back here. A whole nother group way back in the field. These guys all battling the back here. Mark Maffett, Lewis Sparks, David Adamson, Jonathan Taylor, and John Danny. These guys all way back in the field. 12 trucks on the track. 13, 14, excuse me, 14. I apologize. I get it. I think this was my first race.
I still got that gum if you want it.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate that, though. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, keep your breath fresh.
Cody Siebert in the third spot now. Boy, them guys weaving around up on that top line a lot. Ronald Finley trying to duck out just to get a little bit of air in that radiator, and maybe try to push Kevin Utley a little bit more going down the backstretch. Not getting out there too far. These guys really nose to tail. Ed Hewitt into that mix now, running into 7th spot. And then Philip Carsley, his teammate. And they're just riding right now, I believe. Just trying to get some of these laps chewed down a little bit and be there for the end.
Yep, sure thing. It is 30 laps, but this is a big track, so you don't want to get too aggressive too soon.
Looking ahead here from Ed Hewitt. I'm hearing him backing off a little bit. I don't know what's going on. He backed up to pick up his partner, and I believe that's what it was, because now Phillips right on his tail. Those two trying to push him to get caught back up. Phillip having a little bit of difficulty trying to stay on his back bumper, and that could cost them a lot when it comes down to the end of this thing. Ed is a good pusher, and I believe maybe they might want to try to get to the point where Ed's pushing. They're just trying to ride these laps down now, taking lap 6 out of 30.
Kind of good that they're a little side by side. These groups of vehicles in the back, they're kind of getting a little bit closer to that front pack.
Looking back from Kevin Utley here on his teammate Ronald Finley. Those two pretty much nose to tail. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we're going to take a real close look here and look right in the car, right in the truck there of Ronald Finley. As you can see, these guys really dancing around here, trying to stay right on his bumper. Nobody up on the high side right now challenging. Everybody kind of holding true. Well, Ed and Phillip up there, but don't believe they're going to go too far up there. Now we've got a couple more joining them.
Yeah, that's Mark Maffett and his partner there. I think that's, who is that? I didn't pay attention to the number here.
Everett Lane.
And Everett Lane.
Yeah. Right up in front of
he looks like he might be hitting the pits. They're pitting now. Ooh, little pit strategy here, Rudy.
Who
Mark Maffett and his partner, Mark Maffett and Lewis Sparks.
Could be. They may try to maybe maybe they're going to try to make it on one pit stop. I don't know. One pit stop. don't know. I don't know what their strategy is there, but hopefully it'll work out for them. They are pitting early. I believe that's what they did last time too. They pitted a little bit earlier than everybody else.
Yep.
Well, let's get back up here. Oh, we've got a couple more coming down. Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley coming down pit road right now. So let's get down here and watch as they come down pit road. And it looks like that relinquished the lead over to Everett Lane, and Dominique Dieball going to be out front right now. These guys come into their pit stalls, stop. It'll look like it's going to be a fuel-only pit stop, and they're away. So maybe they're going to try to make it on one pit stop there, Steve. I'm not really sure.
There got to be something there.
A little bit early.
Now we got the 13th of Gary Councilman and the 08 of Cody Siebert heading into the pits.
Those two coming down pit road. I'm sure we're going to see the same thing, probably a fuel-only pit stop and away. And that's exactly what all four of them that were on pit road did right there. Fuel only and away. Topping off them tanks with fuel. Okay, it looks like Ed Hewitt going to be our new leader. And I wonder how long it'll be before we see him come down pit road. Him and his partner, Philip Carsley.
Yeah, because Everett D. Lane and Dominic Dieball are now hitting the pits.
They might be trying to stretch us just as far as they can to get out here. They've got quite a little bit of a lead out ahead of Everett Lane and company back here. They're just now coming off pit road. But I'm kind of expecting to see Ed and Philip come down pit road here, maybe on this lap. Nope, maybe not. Now they're switching up. Coming down pit road. I don't know if they're going to maybe try to make it on one pit stop. I don't know. I don't know if they can do it or not. They might be able to just stretch it and see how far they can take it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this is going to work out for them. They're coming up on some lap traffic here. It looks like Jonathan Taylor, a bunch of them. John Denny, Ronald Finley, Kevin Utley. These guys all just ahead of them. We'll stay on these guys here for a little bit and see how this is going to work out, because I'm still looking for them to come down pit road here in the next couple laps.
Yeah, if they can make it to lap 15 and not run out, then one pit stop will be all they need.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. I hope they're remembering that they've got only a 35% fuel.
Yep, looks like Dave Miranda and Everett D. Lane and Dominique Dieball have all taken it behind the wall, Rudy.
Oh, man. Well, what the heck's up with that?
I don't know.
That's kind of odd. Everett was up there running pretty good, him and Dominique. Maybe they just wanted to save their stuff for coming down to the next race, the A Main. Oh, and Ed and Philip coming down pit road now. So they are still going to have to stop one more time, though.
Slow down, Ed.
Oh, man.
I think he got it. I think he just got it.
These guys coming to their pit stalls. We'll watch them as they come in and stop. Hopefully no speeding on pit road penalties to be handed out for them too. It looks like fuel only and away.
Good.
And right now, I'm still showing them in the lead. But they've got guys coming around here really quick. And they are going to get lapped. Philip and Ed get these things back up to speed. boy. They do get passed up, so it looks like they're going to go back to third and fourth as Lewis Sparks now going to be our new leader out front. And Philip and Ed are going to be third and fourth at the moment. But I don't see Kevin Utley and Ronald Finley coming up behind them pretty quick. Ed must have got that figured out where he can uncheck his tires now. Boy, that cost him that race, their last race. So I'm glad he got that figured out. Yeah, Kevin Utley back here in fifth. And right ahead of them, Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley. Just a couple of seconds ahead of them, second and a half. They're going to start sniffing that draft here before long. And they're going to reel them in probably and pass them. But they're on different pit strategies here. And, I don't know if Ed and Philip maybe thought that they could make it halfway. But obviously that didn't work
I bet
out.
you they thought that.
They were trying to push it for all they could.
So now what do? Do you run it to like, I don't know, you run it to like lap 17 or 19 or so and then hop in pit, or God, you're kind of committed to just running it down, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, decisions.
Mark Maffett and Lewis Sparks out front here. And now remember, they pitted about a lap before everybody else. So definitely something that we're going to have to watch, because these guys are going to have to come in about a lap earlier than everybody else.
Yes, sir.
But here they are out in front, and they've got about almost a 5-second lead over Ed and Phillip. So I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to do the old compare. We're going to go back here. It's about 4.5 seconds back to Ed. About 4.5 seconds back to Ed. So now let's go back here and check. Looks like Ronald Finley just 0.3 of a second behind him. So they have reeled in Ed. Oh, we had a Ronald Finley getting into the back of somebody there. That was really close. That cost them a lot of momentum. I don't know who that was.
Oh yeah, they're dropping back quick.
Who that was they got in the back of. Michael Whitlock. Yeah, he was out there, and he wasn't giving room to them. And that cost them a lot of momentum. Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, he pulled right down. He pulled right down Rudy from the wall to get in their way, I think.
Man, what the heck was up with that? But I don't know. So we're getting a battle going on here from about fourth on back. We're getting one heck of a battle going here.
Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley are now hitting in the pits.
Yes, sir, they do. And a few of the other ones too. Mark Maffett
Yep.
and Lewis Sparks.
Yep.
So just coming off the pit road. So these guys making their last pit stop. And that's going to leave Philip Carsley out in the lead right now. They're going to have to make one more pit stop. And they're going to be really close on fuel. Probably going to have to stop with about 5 to go. But I think we're going to see all of these cars right here. These 6 gaggled up together are probably all going to come down pit road at the same time.
I think the sooner the better.
I would think so too. But they have their own agenda out there, and I'm sure they're communicating with each other and letting everybody know, hey, we're pitting on the next lap or this lap, or You know, communication is going to be the key here between these cars, because they can't, coming up on lap traffic here, they can't all pit if they're side by side.
Right.
That's going to be the most important thing that they're going to have to remember. You know, they're going to have to call out their pit. They're going to have to back out, or whatever they're going to have to do to make sure that they're in line to come down pit road. Philip Carsley and Ed Hewitt switching up now. That's going to put Ed Hewitt in the lead. And these guys are going to be coming down pit road here probably in the next 3 or 4 laps. We've got the field spread out a little bit, except for these front, let's see, about the front 6 are pretty much tight together.
Yeah, it makes for a little more excitement here, kind of dancing around a little bit. Oh, we got some heading off here.
Looks like David Adamson, Jonathan Taylor, and Gary Konzelman and Cody Sievert, all of them coming down pit road. So let's follow them down pit road, see what their strategies are. I'm sure there's just going to be a splash of gas and get the heck off of pit road. Get them things back up to speed just as fast as they can.
Yeah, they might even be able to. They might even be able to on their refuel there, make it even a quicker, shorter stop.
Yeah. Yeah, only just take about 5 gallon, enough to get you to the end, you know. So that's something that Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley need to think about too. Just 5 gallon and get the heck out of there, you know. They're out here with a pretty good lead. They got about a 37-second lead. 38. Oh, it's growing. So let's take a look here again. Lewis Sparks in 3rd. Those guys way back. You know, if they played their cards right, they could probably get in and off of pit road. They're switching up again here. They could get in and off the pit road and maybe hold on to that lead if everything went right.
Right.
Boy, they're all gaggled up in a bunch of lap traffic here right now, and this is this isn't good. This could be
kind of doing the Daytona dance there. Oh no!
Oh,
caution!
No. Caution!
Looks like Ed hooked Philip Carsley's bumper there when they were zigzagging, I think.
We're going to get up here on Ed Hewitt. Make sure that we are right on him and see how this is going to unfold.